Hello anybody, I am Alpaca Patrol, and in this week's Indie Spotlight we are going to be taking a look at Castle Story. The game is being developed by Sauropod's studio, a three-man team out of Montreal, Canada. Castle Story is Sauropod's first game, and it certainly is ambitious as it attempts to meld the action RTS genre with elements of other successful indies such as Minecraft and Dwarf Fortress. Summarily, Castle Story is a voxel-based strategy game in which you can build castles one brick at a time using an army of little characters called Bricktrons. You will guide these adorable little fellows to building an expansive society above the clouds. Castle Story takes place in a procedurally generated environment, populated with floating islands that hover over an endless sea. The world is voxel-based, meaning that everything, including and especially the landscape, is completely destructible, or, to be more clear, mineable. And with a complex physics system in place, you can order your Bricktrons to dig straight down and they will inevitably fall to their doom beneath the sea, assuming, of course, that you are a cruel and maniacal leader like myself. While Castle Story shares elements of Dwarf Fortress, a DF clone this is not. A marked difference is the ability to micromanage individual units and give each one direct orders. However, Castle Story also does not fit the role of a typical RTS either. While you will have to defend your Bricktrons from dangerous foes, the emphasis of the gameplay is on exploration and creativity, while the combat is more of a survival element rather than a main objective. In the game, you will be growing your small society of Bricktrons through expanding their kingdom. Mine deep into the floating islands to discover precious resources that will allow you to build a variety of structures and equipment. Wood will be an important resource to harvest as well, as it will allow you to build barrels that can hold stone for easy transportation, among other such structures like crates and scaffolding. Building placement is handled by an attractive radial menu for easy access to whatever you desire, and the blocks that you can place are very detailed to ensure that you can build a castle only limited by your imagination. You have to consider functionality as well in your architecture. If you build a wall without a doorway or stairs to access it, you may be forced to demolish it and start anew. And if you come under siege by NPCs or other players, prepare to witness the full force of the dynamic physics system as your blocks crumble to the ground. Alternatively, siege other players' castles by building catapults and assembling a force to assault the walls. Like Dwarf Fortress, your Bricktrons will have to place each block individually, as you give orders for them to complete so that you can watch your creation come to life before your eyes. Additionally, you can set up stockpiles of any given resource for quick access to them in times of need. This intuitively will create a division of labor in your society, as you will assign some of your Bricktrons to be workers and others to be warriors to defend them from harm. Magic will also be an element in the game for you to consider. As you dig deep into the world, you may come across resources with magical auras and learn to mix and match them to create various effects. You may also discover esoteric artifacts left behind by mysterious civilizations. Your goal will be to build the most prosperous and defensible castle to withstand the test of time, which is of course trackable by the dynamic day and night cycle. There are so many other mechanics and gameplay devices to discover that have yet to even be shown, so get hyped. Castle Story does not have a release date set in stone, but I have good news! Currently, the game has a Kickstarter page where you can personally contribute to the project. If you donate $15, you can have early access to the alpha prototype after the Kickstarter, and of course, beta and full release access as well. I will provide links in the description to the Kickstarter, along with Sauropod's website and blog. I hope you've enjoyed this Indie Spotlight. Be sure to check back next week for another exciting upcoming indie game in development. This is Alpaca Patrol, signing out. Peace, fools.